Okay, we are live, so this is gonna be hopefully short, but I just wanted to keep some stuff going. It's gonna be a Holy Priest thoughts. I managed to get 2 days of raid in on Holy Priest. I tried Disc for a bit, but mostly played Holy. And yeah, so that's basically what this video is going to be about, is my experiences there. So something that was really good about Holy Priest compared to Disc for me was having Holy Word Salvation. It's honestly one of my favorite moves to use. I wish it was like half cooldown. It's just so much fun. It's way more fun than Divine Hymn, and I think it's more useful as well. It just feels more useful. Oh, I probably should have changed to, like, anyway, so Divine Hymn is good, Hymn of Hope is good, but Holy Word Salvation to me is, I almost feel like that's the real reason you should bring a Holy Priest, is for that move. I feel like that move is just killer. Yeah. Other than that, some issues I ran into, I personally have been playing 2 different Holy Priest builds, so one build is the classic build, which is the heal legendary. So I had Trail of Light and I forgot to change it. I need to get, oh, this is my shadow gear, 1 sec. So basically I was running this measured contemplation, and I had a lot of success with it, but I also had a lot of downsides, which I didn't really know about. I don't know why I have it as, is that really haste versatility? Don't ask me why it's haste versatility. I didn't even notice that. Huh? Oh, I'm so stupid. That's the wrong neck. Oh my god. This is the one. There we go. Haste Mastery. Yeah, so this one is the one that people use. Okay, cool. So I was running Mastery mostly on Holy Priest with Haste Secondary, just because that's how I like to play the character. But what I ran into is it takes a lot of mana basically to stack up your heal. You have to cast 5 flash heals, and unless you get instant cast procs, you know, you're hard casting flash heal, which is really expensive. And then when you get the heals off, you basically have to keep everything going, so you're going to be using your flash heals throughout the fight, and it's hard to get value out of them. But that's not the real issue. The real issue I found is that heal is very high healing with the legendary, and I often overheal players. So basically there's this sweet spot of damage where Holy Priest heal is awesome, which is about 50% HP. If they're at 75% HP, usually someone else will tag them, or you kind of go over. If they're at below 50%, so they're like 25, then you have to use Serenity. You can't really afford to heal usually. So the heal is perfect at around the 50%, 60-40 range. That's when you get the most value. You get like a full echo off of it, and you can swap to the next target and also get your Trail of Light. So it's like perfect to be at that point, right? But if they're not at that point, you just are constantly losing value on the heal essentially throughout the whole fight, because you're either over or you shouldn't be using it. And the whole time you have to keep your flash heals going, and you're relying on instant cast procs to make it efficient, because otherwise you're just losing mana, like pretty decent. So I haven't played it perfectly at all, but it's essentially a build that is very specific, and in its specific circumstance, it's insanely good. It's really, really powerful. But outside of its specific circumstance, it loses all mana efficiency. And this is actually almost exactly how Disc Priest works. Disc Priest, when used in its niche, its powerful niche, is one of the best healers in the game. And if you try to play Disc Priest outside of its powerful niche, it loses all mana. And it's basically horrible. It can't keep up standard heal. So essentially, let's say you're on Eye of the Jailer, you're using Spirit Shell, right? You can get 30k HPS Spirit Shell insane. But if you try to play the rest of the fight and be like a normal healer, essentially, you know, Shadow Mending, getting atonements up, you're gonna start dropping your mana like crazy, because the Spirit Shell or even the Rapture phases that you have, you go down to like 30k mana usually if you do a full pump on a Disc Priest. And so if you don't regen at least 10k of that, by the time you have to do your next Rapture Spirit Shell phase, you're going to be at a mana deficit and eventually you. That's what I've experienced. And so in groups that are more casual, like the situation I'm playing in, not like a Mythic team that has specific healers that are coordinated, it becomes almost nightmarish to play Disc Priest for me in raids. It just, the amount of slack you have to pick up, because you don't really know who's doing what, and the roles aren't that structured, it becomes just, I've never found a way to play Disc Priest efficiently in these situations and maintain my mana. And once I lose mana, you know, I can't do my next Rapture phase, basically. Playing Holy Priest with the heal build has been a similar experience for me. Genuinely. It's been a very similar experience for me. So, sorry, I don't know if my music's too loud or not. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Basically, the heal is every time you're inefficient with it, every time you're not getting the value you want, your mana is dropping so much, it's super frustrating. So, the build that I was running, using this legendary to get Serenities back to do burst heal, like basically safe healing for people, and I was essentially spamming Renew. I should have been using Flight of the Naru, but Salvation is just, it's really insane. So, yeah. So basically, I was spamming Renew on every target, using Circle of Healing as often as possible and Prayer of Mending to keep Mastery going, and just basically play similar to like a Resto Druid or maybe a Resto Shaman. Get Hots on everybody, keep the HP bars ticking. I was actually healing with a Holy Paladin, which made this a lot better because the Holy Paladin with Holy Shock Word of Glories can fill in really well with the heal overtimes. And the mana efficiency on the build is crazy. Like, I almost never when I play like that. But the issue with that build is you don't have power. When you play the heal build on Holy Priest, you have this massive heal that you can throw out to save people. But without using that, you're stuck on Serenities for power. Otherwise, you're just splash healing until you get Serenity back, which is why I was running this legendary. Just, you know, so Prayer Mending can get my Serenity. And that is really bad. So, it's, Holy Priest doesn't have like that Radiance Penance Mindbender combo to heal a bunch of people up. It lacks that burst AoE healing. And the heal build, using Trail of Light, can make up for that by casting multiple heals on people and essentially spreading echoes and, you know, Trail of Light around, and it can be really efficient. So if you don't play like that, you get a lot of mana efficiency, you get a lot of healing over time, but what I've basically struggled with is burst AoEs. You know, the Sanctify, people aren't necessarily grouped for it, and it's not as powerful as the heal build. So I've had more fun playing like that, but I've noticed a massive drop in power in terms of HP bars. People are just getting lower when I'm playing. It's harder to keep people up. I save my mana, but the HP bars of my teammates suffer. And that's, so right now I'm trying to work on a way to play like this kind of Renew, Mastery, Circle of Healing, like this classic Holy Priest build, not like this meta with the legendary, and try to make it work, making use of this to get some Serenities off to fill in for the lack of power, but not too hopeful about it. It's just, I feel like the heal build is a bit too specific and niche for the way I play the game and the way that my raid team plays. I just don't enjoy playing it. So that's basically that's all this video is going to be about. Is just I've had some experiences with Holy Priest I wanted to share, my perspective, I am trying out this new build, and I want to see it work, because I feel like it's just a more fun way to play, you know. But it just sucks that playing an off-meta build, I can immediately see the power difference in healing, which is just, it's really sad to me. And this has kind of been the case for a while, that Blizzard just does not allow for build diversity often. It's very rare that, you know, ever since Legion basically, and even before, you'll find someone playing a non-standard setup and be that successful. And when you do, you know, I usually try to find it and play it, basically, because I don't like playing what everybody else is playing. Like, that's if something's already been figured out, that's not that fun for me. I kind of like to figure things out on my own. That's one of the reasons I like playing Path of Exile so much, is because you can kind of build your own destiny. Even if it's not that good, you can like create your own problem to solve. WoW doesn't have that at all, so... And if you're not meta, your teammates are dying. In Path of Exile, if I don't have a meta build, I'm the one paying the price. But in World of Warcraft, my teammates are paying the price. And that's why it's, to me, even more important to have a powerful character setup. Which is why it's more frustrating that there isn't build diversity, because now that our teammates' lives are on the lines, it makes me, you know, I want to play something more serious so they don't suffer, basically, so they don't meet their tragic end. Anyways, I'm just trying, yeah, so I'm trying to create this more classic Holy Priest build. It works, but it's not, it's missing this key element, and I'm trying to find a way to fill that space. So otherwise, I'll probably end up going back to the heal build, which, you know, it has its disadvantages. You know, casting heal is frustrating, but it has the power. It definitely has the power to push through hardest content, and, you know, that's why people are using it, because it can clear Mythic, basically, right? I don't know if the build I have right now could clear Mythic. That's how I see it. Like, and I can see that in my raid, like normal heroic raid runs. You know, I can see that the power is lacking. So, anyways, I'm not gonna drone on about this. That's basically where I'm at with my character, and, you know, I just kind of wanted to keep the videos moving, I guess, so it's not just, you know, dead silence. Just trying to think of some stuff to do. Anyways, thanks for watching. Any comments? I'll see what I can do. Otherwise, have a good day.